The time by Sagicor Bank is
7. Tonight in CVM News at 7, former DPP condemns controversial segregated graduation decision by Ascot Primary School. Recently elected councillor in the Savlamar division reportedly tenders resignation from the PNP with immediate effect. Kingston's mayor challenges government's claims about funding for road repairs. And in Small Biz Big Dreams this week, we'll highlight a new app linking customers to verified garages and modernizing Jamaica's auto service industry. In sports, Brazil advance while Germany's 2026 FIFA World Cup campaign ended by Paraguay. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7 for Monday, June 29, 2026. I'm Nika Lewis. Thank you so much for joining us. A sad day for education. That reaction this evening from former Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, following reports that dozens of students at Ascot Primary School were barred from wearing gowns at their graduation ceremony after not meeting the school's expected standard in the primary exit profile PEP exams. But while she's condemning the decision, at least one education stakeholder is taking a less critical stance. Amoy Harriet reports.
Ascot Primary, strive to be your very best.
Because you know what, Ascot, we want all our children to do their very best at PEP.
Principal of the Ascot Primary School, Mark Jackson, in a video posted to the institution's YouTube page a few years ago. It's this pursuit of excellence that has now, years later, placed the school at the center of controversy. On Saturday, reports emerged that some students at the school in Portmore weren't allowed to fully participate in their graduation ceremony after receiving low results in the recent primary exit profile PEP exams. It's understood that the students were barred from wearing caps and gowns, but were instead told to wear their uniforms. The so-called low-performing students were made to march behind their high-performing peers and were seated at the back of the graduating class. Now, CVM News further understands that the school had informed the affected families beforehand of the arrangement, and according to the school, the parents agreed. It was also agreed that these parents would pay a reduced graduation fee. But the report quickly drew public criticism. The Education Ministry on Sunday released a statement condemning the school administration for what it describes as inappropriate and unacceptable treatment of the students. Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon said, quote, "No child should experience humiliation, exclusion, or discrimination in an institution entrusted with nurturing their development." Also of this view, former Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn.
Now, if this particular school is not careful, they are going to be putting these children on a path which is negative. You are supposed to be building up the child, their ability to self-actualize and self-motivate. You are putting them on a path irrespective of whether they got 100 or they just got above the pass back, or even if they didn't get the pass back.
Miss Llewellyn, who was speaking at a recent graduation ceremony for students at Prospect College, says she believes the school should issue an apology.
When this school, if the reporting is correct, sets up these artificial distinctions, it is a sad day for education. And I really hope that they come out with clarification, or if it is really so that it's happened, an apology and a promise that this sort of delineation will never happen again.
Now, in its statement, the Education Ministry quoted Ascot's principal as being apologetic for the controversial decision, saying, quote, "Where any of my students have been wounded or scarred, I am woefully sorry and wholeheartedly apologize for this unintended outcome." But according to President of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Infants and Primary Schools, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Scott, who says he has spoken directly to Ascot's principal, the school is standing by its decision.
Well, my understanding is that he did not apologize. I spoke to him about that and he said he did not apologize. He said he stand by the decision of the school to, as they want to improve the standard of students.
He's taking a less critical stance, insisting the arrangement was communicated beforehand and accepted by parents.
In fact, the ministry has published guidelines surrounding graduation cost and excessive cost, but there's no real regulation surrounding graduation. And therefore, we believe from the association perspective that if the school principal, along with the school board and all the stakeholders, including the parents, they come together and they, agree to a particular policy, I believe that policy should be followed through, especially if it is not against any, discrimination or any policy or any law that we are breaking.
Amoy Howard, CVM News.
In the meantime, Principal of Ascot Primary School, Mark Jackson, is speaking out this evening, seeking to provide clarification on the incident. Speaking moments ago on CVM's lead story, Mr. Jackson said, however, he accepts that the school's approach may have been wrong.
The students who fall in pathway 1 and 2, when the ministry results come, because that's how we stratify them, the decision was to have them being a part of the transitioning exercise. However, some persons believe that we should include the other students, even though they would be in uniform, and so we oblige them. I think because I oblige them, that's where we end up with 2 categories of students in one place, with uniform and coat. And this is what caused the controversy, and this spill to it that we are discriminating and humiliating students. It was never my intention as principal ever. And I have watched these students go from grade 1 at Ascot Primary. They don't only deliver curriculum, we come up with complementary programs.
You've had time to reflect now. Do you accept that the school got it wrong?
Yes, in the sense that like I said earlier on, I think we were a little myopic as administrators, in the sense that we were just looking at the positives to say the government will incentivize, and the grade 5 looking on, it will motivate them to say next year I'll be in that category pathway 1 and 2 for girls, not looking at the negative skill that it could have.
In other news now, Kingston's Mayor Andrew Swaby is challenging the government's claims about funding for road repairs, accusing local government Minister Desmond McKenzie of misleading the public about the money allocated to the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC. He also says the monthly allocation is far from enough to fix the capital's roads. More in this report from Natasha Williams.
Mayor Swaby says the KSAMC gets $85 million monthly for road repairs, not $600 million, as claimed by a local government minister. He's accusing the portfolio minister of misleading the public about the fundings for road repairs. The Kingston mayor also had this to say about the proposed One Road Authority.
They want me to say that the One Road Authority is the answer for all our road problems. I mean, now I'm going to say so. It has the benefits, When you talk about make sure when you build a road, you build it after a certain thing, yes it has. But I don't believe that the NWA should be the one road authority. It should not be far from the closest organization to you, which is the local authority.
Mayor Swaby didn't stop there.
Don't use big numbers to mess up the people in brain. Don't talk about 600 million each month like a one local authority get it. The KSAMC get roughly $85 million a month. And you hear him tell you in his sectoral debate say the first 2 months of the hurricane season that money for road must clean drain.
He also argued that the KSAMC's monthly allocation is insufficient to properly address the widespread deterioration of roads across the corporate area.
The truth is that when the NWA get any extra work to do, them get separate money for the bush and for clean drain. That's so with the local authority. So I am challenging Desmond McKenzie and any JLP minister to tell me if the average of 85 million I get each month can solve the problem of roads in Kingston and St. Andrew.
Natasha Williams, CVM News.
Stay with us.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands, enjoy them with a KFC Big Deal or Big Bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
So much for staying with us. St. Thomas is currently undergoing transformations, including new housing developments, businesses, and improved road networks. As the parish is being reshaped, the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF says it's staying ahead of those changes through proactive policing and stronger community partnerships. Kevin Black reports.
Speaking on the JCF's Force for Good podcast, Area 5 Commander, Assistant Commissioner of Police Howard Chambers, said the planning for the parish's expansion started years ago.
The divisions of Area 5 management team we have been proactive with respect to this, because years back we have been planning ahead, so to speak, because we would have seen expansion of St. Thomas in terms of infrastructure and commercial hub. In envisioning this and forecasting, we're looking at the possible challenges that would come on stream.
Commanding officer for the St. Thomas Division, Deputy Superintendent Rohan Ritchie, says the division's decline in major crimes has been driven by strong community partnerships and a high level of public trust.
The men and women are hardworking, they're committed, and they're buttressed by strong support from the general citizenry. All those gains are predicated on the strong partnership that we have with our citizens in St. Thomas. We believe that partnering with our people is the primary focus of our strategy.
Richie says that the police have also been working with churches, schools, community groups and entertainment promoters to reduce domestic violence and other interpersonal conflicts, which have accounted for most of the parish's murders so far this year.
We go to our church services, we go to other stakeholder meetings, we go to schools. Schools have been creating some issues. Not all schools, but 1 and 2 trouble schools are there. In terms of public order, we are out there with a strategy known as No Linger, which is primarily focused on our young people, our schools, our school children. We do not allow them to loiter in the transport hub in the mornings. We would get them on their buses and on their taxis and off to school.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Access to reliable vehicle repairs and services has long been a challenge for many motorists, many often involving time-consuming searches and uncertainty about quality. So in this week's edition of Small Biz, Big Dreams, our reporter Kevin Black looks at a new app linking customers to verified garages and modernizing Jamaica's auto service industry.
This time on Small Biz, Big Dreams, we went across the map to find a place that has an auto app. This is Small Biz, Big Dreams.
For the past 15 years, Opel Auto has been serving Jamaica's automotive industry. Now, the business has taken a digital turn with the launch of Mechanic Connect in February 2026, an app designed to link customers with reputable garages across the island.
We started out as a retailer, Opel Auto. That's the foundation of where we started out with retail sales of general service parts. And when I came out of corporate and decided to join my husband's family business, we saw the need to digitalize the auto industry and our business, get everything online. So we wanted to invite mechanics to join and be in one marketplace where they can compete with their ratings and their service and what they offer to customers.
Of course, when you're just starting a business, you're faced with challenges of coming up with financing. Starting a business, banks are not going to easily give you loans to start up a business. So you have to tap into your personal resources to come up about and start the business.
To help build trust between customers and service providers, the platform also features a rating system that allows users to review garages and mechanics after each job. They say this encourages accountability while making it easier for customers to find top-rated service providers.
In terms of persons being able to connect with reputable and responsible garages and mechanics, here we have a rating system where once you as a customer go on the app, uses the app, after you finish using the app and using the product and services, you will be able to rate the service. Once you log on to the app, you will see the first thing you will see is the top rated garages and mechanics.
So that's what we see when you open. You can sign in either with Google or with your preferred email. So the garage will pop up, you choose the garage. The garage have services there. You choose the services and you can book directly. This is roadside, puncture tire, run out of gas, whatever you put in there, and you confirm where you are. Right.
Good for emergencies.
Good for emergencies.
Despite hurdles faced, the couple remains committed to growing the platform and encouraging other aspiring entrepreneurs to pursue their ideas with confidence and determination.
You have to be committed to the cause because, as I said, starting a business is not easy. So you have to do it like your life depends on it. So you have to be in it to win it.
There's Mechanic Connect JA, and we have a WhatsApp business that's 876-470-3144. We have another contact number 876-342-0452, and we are always there to assist.
Next week, we'll rise another business enterprise.
But until then, for Small Biz, Big Dreams, I'm Kevin Black.
We take a break. Stay with us.
Already have a T-tag for your vehicle? Just top it up and go through. You can now conveniently add funds to your T-tag on WhatsApp. Just save our T-tag WhatsApp number 876-355-3336 and send us a message when you want to top up. Top up your T-tag and continue to go through quicker and cheaper on Transjam highways.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament, with a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner, where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day, and have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction, 'cause I'm closer, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people never say we are march up the dance. Oh, what a feeling, don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit it dark. Shine your lights
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Still in the local news, government senators are in an uproar following claims made by opposition Senator Lambert Brown during Friday's sitting of the Senate. With the details, here's Kevin Black.
Opposition Senator Lambert Brown did not mince his words as he seemingly quoted U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, describing third country nationals as pedophiles and despicable people, many of whom he believes will undoubtedly enter Jamaica soon. Speaking during Friday's sitting of the Upper House, Senator Brown expressed displeasure with the type of people he believes will be allowed into the country.
I am saying here, repeat it, that in choosing to bring the TCN, yes, you are choosing what Rubio said. Despicable pedophiles would want to get away from America.
All right, okay.
And to dump on us.
And that's the position of the People's National Party.
Brown's view.
Senator Sinclair.
But his remarks were not without rebuke. Government Senator Marlon Morgan dismissed the claims, describing them as false and politically contrived. He countered the comments made by Brown and the opposition, which have been very critical of the controversial immigration arrangement.
Any suggestion to the contrary from the PNP and their surrogates is false and politically contrived to stir fear among our citizens on the basis of false and reckless allegations which have no merit and are indeed not grounded in truth.
Senator Morgan reiterated the government's position on the TCN deal, noting that no criminals will enter the country under the Memorandum of Understanding with the U.S.
What Lambert Brown has alleged is false and he knows it. The ministers responsible for information and national security, respectively, have been very clear. Jamaica has expressly indicated that no individual with criminal antecedents will be accepted into the island under the agreement regarding asylum seekers. This has been outlined unequivocally and reiterated on several occasions. In a most egregious, reckless, and vulgar display, however, Lambert Brown sought to mislead the country into thinking otherwise.
Meanwhile, Government Senator Abka Fitz-Henley has called out the opposition's perceived hypocrisy on the deal, referencing recent comments made by the opposition leader on the matter.
But there is a semblance of hypocrisy to the PNP's posture, because while Mark Golding's agents are out and about spreading misinformation about this MOU, the opposition leader has intimated that he would not have said no to the USA concerning signing an agreement to assist with asylum seekers' issue they face. Quite frankly, it's unbecoming that the opposition has adopted a two-faced stance, where on one hand they seek to fool the people about the nature of the agreement Jamaica and approximately 30 countries have inked, but on the other hand they whisper that if they were in office, they too would have signed the agreement.
Kevin Black for CVM News.
In the meantime, a power plant operator from the Dominican Republic is dead following a crash in Lucy, Hanover on Friday. The deceased has been identified as 30-year-old Carlos Bazay, who has been working in Jamaica and living at Stonebrook Manor in Trelawney. Reports are that Mr. Bazay was traveling in a Nissan AD wagon motorcar from the direction of Montego Bay towards Lucy sometime after midday. On reaching the vicinity of the Ocean Point Housing Scheme intersection, he reportedly attempted to overtake another vehicle that was traveling in front of him, but lost control of the vehicle and collided in another motor car, which was heading in the opposite direction. He was rushed to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. This brings to 20 the number of motor vehicle accidents in Hanover since the start of the year. Police suspect that a vehicle involved in a deadly crash along the PJ Patterson Highway was the getaway vehicle used in a break-in at a business establishment in Red Bank, St. Elizabeth on Saturday morning. Police reports are that about 3:45 a.m. on Saturday, a white Toyota Noah motor car with 2 people aboard was being driven along the roadway when the driver reportedly failed to negotiate a corner. He reportedly lost control of the vehicle, which then collided in a wall and burst into flames. The burnt bodies of the 2 occupants were removed and taken to the morgue. However, during the investigations, police suspected that the vehicle was used by the alleged robbers involved in the St. Elizabeth robbery, where $1.5 million in cash and over $2 million in items, including liquor, cigarettes, and other supplies, were stolen. Debris of broken bottles resembling what were among the reported stolen items were reportedly observed on the crash site. You're watching CVM News at 7. Stay with us after these.
Imagine if I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Prevention is critical. That's why I recommend Colgate Total.
It's 15 times more effective at fighting the root cause of oral health problems. Prevent problems before they...
The greatest show on earth is here! And Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame? Who are the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands, enjoy them with a KFC Big Deal or Big Bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good. The time by KFC is
7:30.
We now go to what's happening across the world in regional and international news.
We begin with news in Trinidad and Tobago, where one of the Ministry of Education's recent initiatives is focused on collaborating with the Ministry of Health to ensure early diagnosis of visual and auditory problems. TTT Live has the details.
Ministry of Education, we've developed a program called PERL, which is to do the early diagnosis from 4 to 6 years old for visual and hearing. We give a new lease on life to 1,500 children who otherwise quite likely wouldn't have had that opportunity.
As the deadly heat wave moves eastward towards other parts of Europe, France is counting the human cost of the high temperatures and what they've left behind. Let's go to France 24 for more.
Since Wednesday, the death toll has been climbing, and Monday, authorities reported at least 1,000 more deaths than normal. And that figure does not include all the people who died in their homes. The highest excess mortality rates happened in these western and central regions, and 85% of the victims were over age 65. France's hottest day on record has passed, but the death toll is expected to rise further, and a new heat wave is already forecast for early July.
And finally to the Gaza Strip, as families of children with type 1 diabetes are struggling to access life-saving medication, relying on expired insulin and depleted supplies of test strips. Al Jazeera has more.
Doctors warn that the risks of using expired insulin can be life-threatening. Dr. Jalal Al-Barrawi is concerned about children with type 1 diabetes and the risks of using expired insulin. For many families here, every injection has become a question of survival rather than recovery.
And that's it for regional and international news. I'm Marshall Hazley.
Stay with us. Sports is next. Nice. I love
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at